That was the fifth death. The victims varied in age, sex, and socioeconomic position. They shared no employers, physical traits, or favorite restaurants. The only reason the police knew they were connected was a red envelope left at each crime scene.
What was in the envelope? That's an endangered species.
Yeah.
So, was it a threat? Like, this animal's about to be extinct and so are you? Or was it the motivation? Did the victim kill penguins, maybe indirectly?
I don't know how he feels about penguins. It's not really relevant.
It doesn't really matter.
So why are you telling me all this?
You complain when I don't talk to you, and you complain when I do.
Every day you walk by me without so much as a nod in my direction. A decent person would say hi, and a good person would ask how it was.
Well, I'm neither good nor decent.
You asked me to come up here because you needed someone to bounce ideas off of, and Kay is off somewhere, but you won't tell me where. Is this what you do with him all day? Just chatter about nonsense and then complain when he asks you to focus?
You're the one that was complaining.
I'm supposed to be in the lobby watching the door. That's the job I'm being paid for.
Anyway, there was a red envelope left at the scene after the murder, gently placed on the victim's back.
So it wasn't a message to the victim, it was a message to someone else.
I'm trying to tell a story.
Did all the envelopes have penguins in them?
No, they were all different endangered animals.
So just a general environmental terrorist, then not a penguin-specific one.
Or it's just symbolic of danger or rarity or something.
The only reason to kill random people is to get attention, like a this could be you kind of situation.
Were they random though?
I don't know. Endangered animals, fine, makes sense. Red envelopes? Chinese New Year. They give out red envelopes with money in it, right? That was last week, wasn't it?
Yes, but that's not exactly relevant. All it really means is that the red envelopes were on sale at the time that the killer went shopping that week.
So the killer was planning a few murders, and he had a theme in mind. What else? What about the other victims? Where were they killed?
All the victims were in their offices.
So work-related. But they didn't all work for the same company. The killer must have had to break into a bunch of different offices. But must have been significant to the killer.
Seems so.
What about the workers? Did they have the same clients? Did they do the same type of jobs? Or were they all prone to staying late, so they were the only ones in the office when the killer arrived?
They were all fairly high up in their respective companies. The most notable similarity, though, is that they were all hated by their coworkers.
It seems kind of petty to bring that up now.
It's not petty, it's important.
So, it was an angry coworker, but what's the connection? They didn't all have the same coworker, did they?
When I was in the office, I happened to see an email on the victim's computer from an angry ex-employee.
Happened to see?
I logged into his computer when the police weren't looking. He left his password on a sticky note.
But what reason did they have to kill other people? Was it to draw attention away from themselves?
I don't think someone sloppy enough to send a threatening email would go to all the trouble. Anyway, I found her address and I started following her.
You're not a cop.
And I found that she went to a support group for people who lost their jobs in traumatic ways.
Traumatic?
It seemed kind of suspicious.
No, talking about trauma is what healthy people do. If anything, it makes her sound less suspicious.
So I looked into the other members of the group.
That sounds appropriate.
And it turns out that they were all former employees of the victims.
So it's like a strangers on the train thing? All killers killing for each other?
No, there was just one killer.
Just tell me already.
It was the leader of the group. He got overly empathetic to the members' tales of woe and decided to exact revenge for them, while at the same time preaching to them to move on and think positive.
Then what's with the endangered species?
They all used animal names as aliases. I guess the murder was a present and the envelope was a name tag.
That's pretty cool. Wait, you asked me to come up here because you needed someone to bounce ideas off of, but it sounds like you already knew everything anyway.
I'm not a police officer, I'm a security system inspector. They sent me over there to find out how the killer got through security.
I'm guessing they forgot to turn the system on.
That's usually the case. Yeah,